Hello everyone and welcome back once again to Strategic Command World War II, World at War, where I'm playing as the Axis forces. We're back in 1943 and let's retake Vladivostok. Okay, great. So let's zoom in for a little bit here and continue through outer Manchuria. Trying to harass the enemy garrisons in those regions. Okay, that one's down. I actually want to send these guys up to Nikolaevsk. They will not likely have a unit there, but I'm still interested in taking that port and that one as well. So then at least the Russians have no more. I guess I have that port. And a port out there. They don't really do a whole lot, so at least that's what I think. Either way, we'll continue through this region, slowly but steadily. And we'll move on to the next one, two. Again, out here, I'm just looking to deal as much damage to these guys as possible. Because they will have to repair it, and that will cost them a decent amount of MPP. Which is ultimately what I'm after. Supply in this area still very poor, so I can only move one step at a time. I'm gonna have to move back these guys to make room for the HQ. No, I don't think the Chinese are getting a whole lot of MPP left, so it doesn't really seem like they're going to be doing a whole lot. But I'll be moving down as well. Like I said before, I want to send these guys down over to India and see if they can wreak some havoc there. Now these planes have been quite nasty. I'll reinforce this army, but it means that I can't attack with them for now. It'd be nice to see some good results here too, if I want to destroy that. But it almost seems to be a lost cause. Unless... no, it's a lost cause. Once again, they're down to one, but from there I can't damage it any further. It's a bit of a shame. Let's operate these guys to Kunming. Like I said, I want to move them up then and go after this here army, which remains in good supply. For whatever reason. Who knows, I might get them someday. And for now though, I'll just move these a little bit forward. Problem is that this HQ can't really move through this area very well, and so supplies for them will always be poor because they have to stick around in the end. So until I can actually grab this and move the HQ, yeah, I have to pretty much take this entire road here, and then I can move the HQs around and have some better supplies, because then these guys can stay at Lido and provide supply for the guys up here, or even at Dimapur. But yeah, I need these guys to retreat a bit, and that's tough. Maybe these extra forces can actually help me with that. Don't know. Meanwhile though, I'll start trying to deal with some enemy submarines. Well, it's gone at least for now, so that helps a bit. Meanwhile, let's take a look down here. We know that they have a garrison here because there was an event that gave them a garrison out there. I'll try to soften them up a little bit. Through whatever means possible, and also scout the area. Okay, so that didn't do a whole lot. Interceptors. That's a bit odd. What? Why can't you attack anymore suddenly? Okay. Well, I have one left. Maybe, just maybe, I can destroy them. Okay, great. So I'll take this next turn. They still have these islands. Maybe that's where they came from. It could be. Oh, no. What's going on here? Okay, let's send you back. That's probably not the greatest of ideas if I send them out there. I'll move them here. Okay. Let's go down. Okay, good. Now, as for you guys, I think I actually just want to land them here for now. I mean, I just messed that one up, but we know they have a tank at the Fiji Islands. There's no way that I'm going to be able to take that because the tanks are too powerful and I can't land forces in any of the other regions. My air force is never going to be able to take it down. So if I had destroyed the unit and immediately landed there, I might have been able to take down the tanks because they wouldn't get supply. But now that's just not going to happen. Let's expand our beachhead and just reinforce these. And I will also land to you guys. I definitely need an HQ down there, so I think that would be a good use. They'll drop them down there from the next turn. And then we'll be able to get all of these guys linked together. With a little bit of luck, the Air Force can already start bombing there on the next turn. Not 100% sure. We'll just have to wait and see how things develop out there. Make sure that these guys can land there on the next turn as well. That's pretty much all I'm gonna do with those guys. Down here though, I only 0-2. And this is 0-7. Okay, I wonder if it has to do with that that region. Well. Okay. That's 2 more American units. At least we had one of them destroyed already, so that's really good. That should help me at least already quite a bit. Rest of the Japanese forces, we have 421 left. I suppose I would do well. Start sending some of these down too. To start preparing for the invasion of Australia. So I'm getting these guys as close as possible. Pretty much ready to, and they're surrounding all of it. And you will be operated. Also up here, so I can potentially take down these tanks on the next turn and then move upon the town of Borgia. I need to start moving towards Irkutsk. I mean, I'm taking this territory, which is okay, but I need a bit more progress down there. Alright, well, that does take care of everything there, though. Let's go for Italy. These guys are now down to 3 strength. Still just looking to lower their entrenchments and do nothing from there. I can attach those guys next turn. Can't operate. And can I operate you? No, but they can be upgraded. Infantry weapons level 2, that's what I want. As for the fighters, I will already move them over to El Alamein and these to Suez. So they'll be in reasonable supply anyway at that point. Italians moving back. That's good. Now. So Tehran should fall on the next turn. Yeah. Can I operate them up here yet? No, but they will move through strategic. Deployment. Okay, so we do have a bit of a naval battle on our hands here. I don't think there's anything else around here, so I get to attack at least. Do a good number of damage and move these guys out again, or even into port. Okay. That's a first step towards destroying the enemy navy here. Even if they're just destroyers, it still helps me reassert dominion over the Mediterranean. And I'll try to get as far away from that territory as possible. Like this, and then the light cruiser is just blocking the way. I'll actually upgrade them rather to deal a bit more damage, and hopefully they'll do a bit better there. Can't get these guys out either. So they'll do nothing for now. It's a shame. Okay, didn't even go that badly. And I'm rather pleased with how that went. Might be able to spot a few other ones from the next turn. No real reason to try and search for those enemy ships if I can't actually attack them. Of course, they still own Malta, which is also a problem. Problem that we'll have to deal with eventually. Now, during this turn, I can actually move the unit from Paris, probably over to Pskov. I'm going to take a look whether I can. No, but I can move it over to Novgorod. So these, yeah, okay. Move up here, then I will free at least the artillery. Operate you to Novgorod and move the army into Paris. So I'm slowly reinforcing that area. And then up here, take that. I'm gonna send these guys down to help out taking Volkov for now. Wonder if they can move 2 hexes. It's not clear. No. Okay, take that territory. So these guys will be poised to strike at Volkov too. Seems like we're... Yeah, let's lower those entrenchments first with the weakest unit. Yeah, that's great. So happy about that. Whatever. Alright, let's continue harassing the enemy as much as possible here. Trying to lower their MPPs. If I'm lucky, I might be able to surround those guys as well. So that's a bit of a gamble. Well. I guess not. It does increase my position a bit, but... And I've taken Kalinin, so I guess I'm happy about that. Now, as for their air force, I actually want to set these to escort, you to intercept, and I'll reinforce them up there to 8. And now I will go and bomb these. Not even gonna say anything about that. So I've never seen such poor results in my life. I have level 3 advanced fighters, and this is what I get. Also just a blatant failure of my units to do any meaningful damage out there is pretty sad. Let's see if we can destroy the tanks. Yes, we can. Good. Do they get partisans at Vyazma? No. It's actually good that we didn't take that particular territory out there. So let's attach them. Attack and yeah, let's move back here, and I probably get to destroy them. Great. That's excellent. Alright, the heavy tanks are gone. That changes a lot, or at least enough. Reinforced you. I'm definitely getting the HQ out there, and let's upgrade the core. Actually, I'm gonna send them. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna send them over to France as well, because that will allow me to. Right? Can I upgrade them? There, yeah. That will allow me to move these over to Pskov. In there on the next turn, frees up another core. Well, these guys will be operating to Brussels and kind of strengthen this region. Gotta do something. Okay, so we've taken care of the regions up here. These guys are in danger, yes, but they're behind enemy lines, so at least they got that going for them. I'm still actually working on the assumption that I am getting more MPP than the enemy. And I'm not sure whether that's actually the case, but... who knows? Block the enemy there, and I guess again the HQ does need to go forward over till here. Now they are surrounded, but I really wonder how this works, whether they get their supplies from Stalingrad. That's why I will try to go after the city. Yep. Well, they're starting to potentially take damage, so that should work in my favor too. Need to reinforce and upgrade these tanks. Let's move you here for now. Okay. Move you in the city, and need to get you closer. Get you closer. Don't have any reinforcements to add into that area. They really cannot get any supply from that. It should be impossible. Well, I'll see. And that does once again take care of Russia as well. Yeah, that's how it looks like. Made some decent progress, I think. Yeah, more will be coming next turn. I mean, we did okay. Let's repair you. I could attempt a breakout with my entire navy. How dangerous would that be? I think it might actually be a massacre. And that wouldn't be good. So what am I to do? What am I to do? I might try and at least engage those submarines out there. Okay, that might not have been the the best engagement. Yeah, and I really? Well, never mind that. Okay. Let's start purchasing, at least for the Germans, once again. I think for now I actually do want to get a new fighter aircraft. And I'll buy another core, sure, I'm game. I don't know how much MPP I have left, but I can do it at least without mobility. So that should work. Then for the Italians, I could go for destroyer. Sure, that's fine. Okay, Japanese forces. I can also go and purchase. Another carrier. They won't be upgraded, but I can always do that later. They'll be ready September 1944, huh? That's a tad late. That's pretty much the problem with the Japanese, that they're, for example, like building this already is now useless. I mean, the escort carrier is okay. I could technically still get that within reasonable time. How much does it cost? I actually think this might be worth it. Yeah. The escort carrier, even destroyer is too much money now. I'll go for another core. Sure. I'm game. I can use that in around Australia. Okay. That's that pretty much. I'll end the turn, I think. Yeah, things will be dicey once again, but we'll see how things will develop. Spain slightly closer to the Axis, only 18%. Might be that the Allies are actually doing some nasty. Let's see how those guys will be faring around Stalingrad next turn. I sincerely hope it will fall relatively soon, because it frees up so many more forces in order to assault other positions. Yeah, there we go. That's why we're getting the Italians back. So no bombing of the Tiger tanks, so that's great. Or that means I can repair them back up to full strength. Sure, they're still in perfect supply. Okay. Don't know how they do it, but it's like, at least show me then whether they get supply at Stalingrad. It's like, it doesn't show me that it gets supply, so why can they still repair them back up to full 10? Do they work with a buffer or something? Or okay, well, these guys are going down then. So a lot of destroyers. And another American carrier. Well, that destroyer is down. So there's, at the very least, another American carrier and 2 British carriers that we have to deal with. I wonder if these guys are gonna dive. They have a 25% chance. They haven't done it yet. And it doesn't seem like they will. Nope. Alright. Well, if they have more units there, this unit is going down too then. Tunis will surely fall. Definitely need some aircraft out here to prevent Allied bombing. They're down to 3. Again, the Allied aircraft is vastly superior to my own. Could you please not destroy my units? And they did. Fine. Gonna have to send those planes over in Manchuria all the way down there. Yep, Tunis will fall. Might be the tanks from Yaroslavl. Uh-oh. They're in danger of being wiped out there. At least those 4 units. I can encircle the unit at Saratov, but I don't know whether they will still get supply or not. They might. Great, that's actually what I wanted. More mechanized forces, eh? Wonder where these guys are. Oh, they're just landing in Australia. Okay. Fine. I guess I'll be moving the submarines then, definitely. They need to get out of there. There's too many destroyers, and yeah, this is gonna be challenging to take Australia anyway, since we're still struggling in India as well. Wonder how many free units the Soviets get too. Like, I don't think it's that much actually. It shouldn't. Not very happy about that. I don't know how many extra units they still have around this area. So far, things are looking okay. At least we can destroy another 2 destroyers here, which again will help a bit. At least that will make it so that we are not overly outnumbered in the Mediterranean by enemy ships, and will allow us to move. Well, not undetected, but at least without getting immediately destroyed by enemy aircraft carriers and other things. Although we did already destroy 3 aircraft carriers. I wonder if their supply... Well, it must still be 100%. Yeah. Commonwealth Party gains ground in the UK, winning their first election. Well, I'm happy for them. I really am. Alright, so some troop transports, eh? Okay, good. Garrisons are ready. I'll deploy them. Next turn I'll be able to move the HQ as well. For now, I will... Yeah, I'll transport all of these garrisons over into Russia, and this corps will actually go and stay out there. Armor train for Italy. I have to deploy it in Italy, of course. Okay, what I'm going to do though is I'm going to end the video here. Once again, I want to thank you all for watching. Do hope you enjoyed this part. We'll continue in the next one. So take care, and I will see you all there.